What's going on, guys? Afflicted Gamer here, back with another Division video. So you don't know how many times I've been asked the question, how do you beat Clear Sky on Heroic Mode? Well, here is my guide on how to complete it in patch 1.6.1. First things first, and this sounds like a given, but trust me, it's more of a problem than almost anything else. Make sure that you all communicate and you have your mics on. You don't know how many times I've gone to an incursion, and unless I'm with people I know, they don't have a mic on. You guys need to talk and you need to decide on who is going to play what role. Also, in terms of that, you need to know who is running which gear set in order to decide on who is going to do what, because you all have a role to play in this incursion. By far, one of the most useful and effective gear sets to run is Final Measure, to soak up all of the grenades that the APC is going to spam at you in this incursion. The other thing is a damage dealer wearing Sentry's Call, using weapons like the Urban MDR or Sniper Rifle in order to mark your targets, allowing not only yourself but the rest of your teammates to do extra damage. On top of that, the fourth member, in my opinion, should be running Tactician's Authority, because you constantly get swarmed by NPCs. So sending out Seeker Mines and placing turrets, somebody with high skill power, that is going to be to everybody's advantage. Now, the first part of the incursion, when you walk into this big area, you have waves of Rikers coming at you until you are notified that the bomb guy is out. Once you kill him, you place the first charge on the wall for the blockade so that you can get into Columbus Circle. In between the round before the next guy comes out with the bomb, you will be spammed by APCs and shotgunners. So, in order to stay alive, the best weapons of choice pretty much for everybody is an assault rifle and a sniper rifle. You obviously can use a shotgun, LMG, or SMG, especially for the rushers if you so choose to, but my recommendation is assault rifle, Urban MDR, which really is an assault rifle, but it kind of functions like a sniper also in my opinion, and a sniper of any choice, whichever you are most comfortable with, and that is that. Once the charges have been placed and you now know that you have access to Columbus Circle, go ahead and run in there and you will get to the next checkpoint in the incursion. Once you're in there, you will be able to refill all of your ammo and all of your med kits, anything that you used up in the first part of the incursion. Now, once you get to the second part, you are again going to have to designate who is going to be the runner to go ahead and place the fuses and activate the laptop. Oh my god, I recommend that this person is wearing Final Measure yet again, because when the mortars start to fire everywhere, the person wearing Final Measure will be able to soak those grenades up very, very easily, allowing the rest of the team to do their job. So before you even get to that point, or right after that point, hop over the bus and you will go to what I'm just going to call these pillars right here. Three people will need to run up to this pillar and get into place. There are a few of them scattered around the map, but this is the first one that you can get up onto. And then the runner will get into place, sneaking around to the right hand side of the map. When that person says that they are ready, from that point on, then it is time to open fire. The damage dealer will then go ahead and mark the enemy's heads so that you have the extra damage done to them with Sentry's Call with the stack. First up, go ahead and shoot the heavy machine gunner who is going to come rushing at you. After that, you will have a couple of snipers perched up on the pillar directly across from you. You do want to try to take them down as quickly as possible, because if you are standing while you are shooting, they can two-shot you and take you down. Go ahead and keep your life support boxes going. At the same time, the person that is wearing Tactician's Authority can place a turret on the side of the pillar, preventing any damage coming in from the sides, and sending out Seeker Mines also to go ahead and stagger and set the other enemies on fire. Same thing with the one person that is wearing Final Measure that stays behind, and the damage dealer any form of offense against the NPCs will be helpful. Buying enough time for the runner to go ahead and place the first fuse. The whole purpose of this is to keep all of the fire focused on the three of you and away from the runner. Once the runner says that the first fuse is in place, that person will then run back to the rest of the team, and then the team will move to one of the next pillars. Now, you could go to the one directly across from you where the snipers were, but I don't recommend that because the Rikers will start to funnel out of that bus, and there are tons of them, and you will take a lot of damage very, very quickly. The next best option is the pillar that is to the right of you where the helicopter is. From here you have two options. First, obviously the runner was left behind to go ahead and pick up the next fuse box, but what can happen is the person that is running Tactician's Authority can actually go with the runner just in case there are extra NPCs, because now when you pick up the box, usually people would pop Security Link for protection. Since Security Link does not protect you anymore and you might get into trouble, the person running Tactician's Authority can go ahead and toss a turret out of the enemy's reach, buying you guys a little bit more time so that you can place the fuse and then access the laptop, and of course obviously send out seekers, whatever it is you have to do until all of that is done. Once the fuse is in place, you've accessed the laptop, and then it is time to go ahead and fight the boss. I don't recommend that everybody gets clumped up into one spot, because if you all go down at the same time, because the enemies will all merge into one spot wherever you guys are, and if you go down, then it's over and you have to restart at the checkpoint. So I wouldn't do that. And actually, a quick note is that the people that are on this pillar here by the helicopter can now shoot over top of the railings that you take cover behind. So even if you're in cover reloading your weapon, you're still going to get hit, and that's why you really, really need to keep those life support boxes going. I thought I would mention that because as you can see in the background here, we are getting hit pretty hard, pretty fast. The other thing to do actually to keep all of the NPCs away from you is to toss grenades. Anything that will shock them, stun them, stagger them, anything at all, just to buy that extra bit of time if you need to, go ahead and do that. So now that the boss has come out, the person that is running Tactician can try to put their turret once again somewhere out of reach of the boss's gunfire. The boss will be focused on that. The other people on the pillar will be focused on the surrounding NPCs, and the person that was running the fuses can actually do damage to the boss by shooting him in the back. And if that person gets into any trouble or they do need a bit of extra help, the damage dealer that is on the pillar where I am playing my role can actually mark the boss's head with sentries, allowing everybody else to do a bit more damage, because you won't have a whole lot of time to do shooting to the boss here, because as you can see, we are completely surrounded and being bombarded by grenades and other Rikers. It's insane. However, this is actually one of the, if not the most safest area to be in. The reason why it has to be the person that is running Tacticians to go out and fight the boss is obviously, one, the other person running Final Measure needs to be here to suck up the grenades, and the damage dealer can go ahead and try to take care of a lot of the surrounding NPCs and, like I said earlier, mark the boss's head. So once that is done and you guys have taken down the boss, all that you will have left is the remaining NPCs. Once they're cleaned up, because now all of the waves of enemies have stopped because the boss is down, the incursion will end. And that is it. So this is what I found so far to be by far the most effective way to complete Clear Sky on Heroic Mode. And if you guys have any questions about the builds or anything at all, please go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I do that this guide was helpful, and if so, please go ahead and drop a like on the video. It does help me out and I do appreciate it quite a bit. On top of that, if you're new to the channel, I hope you will consider subscribing to it for more Division content like this and still much more on the way. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Afflicted Gamer, and the stream times for me to be live here on YouTube are at the end of the video. So here you have it, guys. I hope that this was helpful. Go ahead and beat Clear Sky on Heroic. Get yourself a sealed exotic cache. Hopefully you won't get any more Ninja Bike backpacks. I heard people are still getting them, so fingers crossed that that does not happen. And actually what you're seeing right here is the last few heavies would not spawn out of the area where the buses are that I told you to avoid, so we actually had to shoot them through the bus to end the incursion. But we did, and that was that. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please let me know what you think of the guide down in the thoughts and comments down below. Once again, drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you all very soon in the next video.